Alize has been desperate to see you, Archon. So let's get you to her sooner rather than later. He isn't too hard to find, really. You can actually see the top of the rock spires from here. We just need to swing around the ridge, then head south. Come on, I'll get my supplies together and meet you outside. I just gotta do this real quick. These are important. Again, teach me how to fly. Greetings, friend. You like helping people, yes? Maybe you can help me too. See, my son Gungun makes me very proud, but very worried. He works very hard. Too hard for his own good. Follows orders, yes. Follows them until someone tells him to stop. This is very dangerous. Bad for his health. I need you to speak with him. Persuade him to rest. He should be near the Red Sarai, probably leaving no stone unturned in his search for relics. Please, tell him his father orders him to stop. I'm absolutely sure he's gonna 100% listen to you. All set? No, I should probably mention the wildlife. While most of them will leave you be if you keep your distance, the local coyotes have learned to prey on folk heading home from the markets. They can usually swing a sword well enough to fend them off, but I may have loaded myself down with too many bargains today. Do you think you can handle any beasts that try to make a meal of us? Yeah, sure. Thought you might. So he was always saying how much let's get going, shall we? I'll be right with you. Just gotta go do the thing up here. That one. I miss flying already. That is a gap. I can't go over there. I need to go to the bridge. Bridges are for crossing expanses that you can't otherwise cross, Archon. You like... Very confused as to what was going on there. It looked like it was like breaking those rocks over its back. Hey, Gungun, Dad said stop. Search the nooks, search the crannies, search high, search low. Oh, sorry, didn't see you there. You lost? I can't fly, though. Well, it says I must rest. Will not do. No, I will stop, but not yet. Need something to show for my efforts. All this scribbling, all this searching, and still no shinies. Came here to tell me to stop, but if I refuse, your job will not be finished, will it? That will not do either. Wait, I have an idea. Nope, unfortunately not in this game. If you help me find shinies, my job will be over, your job will be over, and I can rest. Simple, yes? The Moogles in this world have blue balloons, unfortunately. Look into that rubble and find whatever there is to be found. Maybe it will be valuable. Maybe not. At least the delivery ones. The only Moogle I've seen so far was the delivery Moogle. Either way, let us keep searching until we get at least one shiny. I think there's already purple, too. Pretty sure the Mughals up in Mogholm have purple. We can't have Vanta Black. That's owned by an asshole. Search fails to yield any shinies. Well, that's just some bullshit. We better have shinies. Found a signet ring! Yay! I'm assuming that's a shiny. What did you find? No more rubble, I hope. Oh, this looks very special. Such pretty patterns. Never seen one like this before, but how much is it worth? I am an expert in finding shinies, not a historian. Perhaps we should ask someone. Once we sell it, we'll divide the profits between us. We worked as a team, so half for you, half for me. Fair is fair. Lord of the Ring. Okay. Such a pretty ring. Almost too precious to sell. Almost. We'll ask a friend of my father's how much it's worth. He's a good man. We can trust him. Well, as much as we can trust anyone that my father would call a friend. Anyway, let us meet in Mordsu. Once we're done, we can discuss your reward. Only thing sweeter than a handful of shinies is a purse full of jinglies. Pursets are basically just pockets that Big Fashion sells to you in order to make up for the fact they didn't put pockets in your actual clothing. Okay, I thought that was a typo. I'm sorry, hold on 1 second. Pray destroy the waking sands? Okay. Okay. Okay, Squeenix, your fate names are pretty great sometimes. Jinkos. Yes, very close, yes. This way. I'm not gonna ask why you know that you can put a full set of pool balls into pockets. What have you got for me today? Not sure, but it is a very lovely shiny. Here, take a look. Let me see. My word, this is exquisite. Usually the discussion of how many pool balls you can fit somewhere is mouth, not Jinko pockets, but whatever. Judging by the symbols, I'd say the surge rate's from Nabatharang. You'll need to find an expert in that period to ascertain its true value, though. You mean you do not know? Sorry, Goodkin, but the chap with a cart near the south gate might be able to help. White hair. Smells like cabbage. Then we shall ask him. Thank you for your kind advice. Smells like cabbage, huh? It should be easy to find in that case. People just be smelling like cabbage up in here. Do they smell like cabbage because they stole all the cabbages? Not my cabbages! May I help you? Please, tell us what this old ring is worth. I've not seen one of these in a very long time. Well, what is it? It's no simple ring. See that sigil? Used to seal letters, it was. The owner must have been someone quite important. But you'd best speak with Jamiel if you want to know who it belonged to. If you want to know what about crests and such, he's the one to ask. God, not again! I just want my jinglies! Hopefully Jamiel will be the last one we have to ask. I just want my jinglies! What? Is skunk cabbage devil's lettuce? It's real skunk. Now, what could two spry younglings need from an old man like me? You want to know how much we can get for the signet ring? Please tell us. The suspense is killing me. Yes, it is, Mel. Finn disagrees. Where did you get this? Belonged to a Moloch of Nabatarang. That sounds very valuable indeed. So, how much? To a historian, it's priceless. In all likelihood, there's only one such ring in existence. Though, I'm afraid that to the layman unversed in ancient sigils, it is worth no more than any other signet of a similar age. Anyone in Nabatarang with even a modicum of wealth would have one bearing their mark. So, it is priceless, but also not worth very much? I'm confused. Looks like we'll not be rolling in riches after all. I'm very sorry to have dragged you around Smortsuk for nothing. But, as we always say, no such thing as a thing no one needs. And hard work is its own reward. Something like that, anyway. While your coin purse may be heavier than before, you have learned an important lesson. At least, I think so. Ah, crap, I forgot to make coffee. Now that business with the ring is over, I should rest as I said I would. Then your promise to my father will be fulfilled. How's your weekend going? Actually, there's something I would like to discuss with you. I'm in no rush, however, so let us speak again after your repose. Curiosity. It is piqued. Please, you must tell me now. I can rest while I listen. Oh, well, if you insist. I'd like you to help me search for more relics from Nabatarang. If my suppositions are correct, I know where many such relics are waiting to be uncovered. I base this claim on my knowledge of the route chosen by the Moloch when he led his people's exodus from the Flood of Light. Although many tried to take their most prized possessions with them, it soon became apparent that such burdens would only hinder their escape. Each household discarded their personal treasures, one piece at a time. By following the exact path traveled by Nabatarang, we would be able to unearth many more priceless treasures. What say you? Will you lend me your aid? Of course. And now that I have finished resting, I am ready to start digging. You're quite sure? I am. Archon, you should come too. You've already found one of these shinies. Maybe you can find some more. You'll be amply remunerated for your efforts, even if there are no profits to be made from the sale of the items themselves. I too am a proponent of the motto, honest pay for honest work. We should go before my father tries to stop me. Honestly, there's no such thing as working too hard. Oh, wait, where are we going? First location is the east of the inn at Journey's Head. Allow me to lead the way. Well, that's fortunate, because I need to go that way. It's under travel, right? Other currents. Eee. Hey, Tisleen, you good? You stand in a purple circle. Oh, right, the coyotes. I need to fix that. Sorry, there wasn't much time to shout a warning. Were you bitten? Those things can be nasty. And yet, hardly a match for you, it seems. I always thought Alizé was strong, but never mind, she was never... No, it makes sense. Well, we should push on. It might be best if you scout ahead and clear out any coyotes that have our scent. I'll wait here so you can fight without any distractions. I think you come back to this zone and like go over there, and it's not until you do that that you can fly in here at all, but... They got rid of this doing a dot. Oh, so now I have to come back to you? Helping me out here. Hey, Tesleen, we good. We can go. Thank goodness you're back. Could hear the howling snarling from here. Frightful creatures. Let's hope the rest have seen your handiwork and know to avoid us now. I need to get these supplies back to the inn. Normally, I could handle this, but I'm carrying boxes, so I can't fight. Also, I don't want you to have to protect me, so go on ahead, and then come back when you're done. Okay, what's over here? This should be... Yeah, this is Jomial. As I recall, there should be a few artifacts scattered around this area. First items to be discarded with those of little value are simply too cumbersome to be carried over long distance. However, we can assume that many were buried so they could be recovered later. Therefore, it seems logical that landmarks such as large outcrops and so forth would be used to indicate their position. Less talking, more digging. I want to find the shinies. Let's go to the mall. Does that happen every time there's a weather change? Interesting. Lots of lovely shinies over here. What have you got? Oh, a great big shiny. Is this a dinner plate? Gemma, what is this? A heraldic shield. The 5 coins above a castle represent each of the great houses of Nalbatharang. Coins? Is that because they were rich? Precisely. The capital attracted trade from across Nervant. most of the wealth found its way into their coffers. Such a booming economy was not built overnight, however. Although Nabothorang was largely established by Humes, the harsh desert environment meant they had to rely on the aid of neighboring peoples. It was the Mord who taught them how to safely traverse the barren plains, methods for finding sustenance, and much besides. They were also respected partners in matters of commerce. The Namoth owed a great deal to your ancestors, Gungun. I never knew. History is all around us, if we know where to look. Which reminds me, the next location I would like to search is not far from here. This way, if you please. Yeah, we finished up the main story. There's one more of the, like, little side games that were made to do. I really should remember which one we did. Either the, like, Lost Constellation, Long Night. We did one of those. We gotta do the other one. I have reason to believe that more artifacts are resting beneath these ruins. Please take the utmost care with any that you discover. Some may be fragile. I believe my exact response to the ending was, "What the fuck?" Bricks and sand. Have you had better luck? I know what this is. Decorative Mord's head sculpture. Making these is one of our many traditions. But what is it doing here? We may surmise that it was once kept in the pristine palace of Malik. It once housed tokens of friendship from allied peoples. The Malik brought such gifts so far from Nabothorang as proof of their cultural significance. However, when the Naboth and Mord first came into contact, there were many disagreements. I don't understand. You and Mord hate arguing. The art of negotiation is another one of our many traditions. Yes, I dare say that was a decisive factor in these disparate peoples finding common ground. And yet, the Mord live on while the Naboth are no more. Hopefully we'll uncover yet more valuable insights to the past at our final excavation site. And may I say, your work thus far has been nothing short of exemplary. Please, save your thanks for when we have finished. There's still much to be done. More treasures to be found. I'm gonna dig. Where's the next spot, Jamil? West from here, close to the Naboth's severance. Then what are we waiting for? Must hurry. Yeah, that was a very twisted ending to the game. Did not quite see that. There's a dark entity down the well that demands sacrifice, or the town shall be destroyed. Didn't see that coming. Nothing yet, but every fanful of dirt I sift brings me closer to the shinies. Gungun, there's something I would like to ask you. Yes, I'm listening. Working, but listening. Why do you go to such lengths to help me? You've had barely a moment's rest since we first began. You said about your digging like a man possessed. What can I say? I love to work, that is all. Maybe that is not such a good answer. I mean, I am a Mord of Mordsuk. This is our way. Is that so? No such thing as the thing no one needs. You need these treasures, yes, then I will find them for you. Helping each other, helping outsiders, makes no difference. Job well done is a source of great pride for the Mord. Now I see why the Naboth valued your ancestors' friendship so highly. No, I found something. tube? Wait, there's a lid. Let me open it. Ah, something is inside. Jamia, what is this? Where did he go? I wanted to show him the treasure. All the times to go for a stroll. Can you go and look for him? We'll see further from Hrothgar. I'll wait here and guard the relic. Semi-automatic. Interesting name. What's going on? Amiel was nowhere to be seen. You'd best report your findings or lack off to Gungun. Where'd you go? So what happened to him? You do not know? Oh, this bodes ill. Ill indeed. While you were gone, I inspected the treasure. Inside was a scroll which shows the Noboth royal family tree. The last Malik's name was Jamiel. Which can only mean one thing. That he really is the last Malik's ghost. He must have needed someone to find his final treasures so he could pass on to the afterlife. You must inform Father. If there are ghosts wandering around, he needs to warn everyone. Ghosts! It did. Okay, yeah, it did. Q. Not Q. Attune. Let's attune to this. Yeah. I am back. What do you want, Tesling? This is it. Next to you, I didn't have to drop my shopping even once. Come to think of it, I'm glad I didn't make the trip alone. Seems you ended up escorting me. I'll have to repay the favor somehow, but first, let's head inside, shall we? Welcome to the inn at Journey's Head. Might be our first visitor from the Castrarium since Alizé arrived. It's not much, but it's home for the afflicted and a handful of carers. Afflicted? Don't know? I don't think I've met anyone besides Alizé who's so unfamiliar with our situation here. Most folk have grown up knowing someone who knew someone. It might leave out something obvious, so maybe best to have Alizé give you the full explanation.